Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and as my first video, it's going to be a vlog slash rant type video. So I have a lot on my mind, and I thought, why not talk about it and post it, because I might have some people out there that agree with me. Okay, so let's get into it. I get on Facebook and I see a post on there by someone who is very close to me, and they said that they were getting rid of their dog. Like, they were trying to get rid of their dog to somebody for free. Of course, they wouldn't sell him. And this bothered me a lot, and I'll explain why, because this video wouldn't make sense if I didn't. I am very, very, very against getting rid of your pets. Okay? To me, a pet is like a family member, and they are supposed to stay with you until God decides to take them away himself. That's just my personal belief. If you don't believe that way, then good on you, but this is my opinion. Okay, so just so I don't offend anybody by saying that, because I have no problem with other people's beliefs, but that's for another video. So I get on there and read, and I couldn't really even read the post because I was too mad about it. So I decided to comment on there and saying, what the fuck, basically. And the person sends me a text message explaining to me why they were getting rid of that dog. And long story short, they basically said that he is destructive and he is hard to care for, and that he deserves a good home. Like, what? Okay, well, first off, dogs are destructive. They're going to be destructive. That's just in their nature. They love to be destructive. It's fun to them. Like, just like video games and making YouTube videos and stuff like that is fun to us. Being destructive is fun to them, especially puppies. And this specific animal is a puppy. They told me that with them going back to work, that they was afraid it was going to be locked up in a crate about 90% of the time. It wasn't going to be taken care of, stuff like that. And I was like, I was shaking my head. I was like, that's not a valid reason. It's not. Like, okay, well, first off, like, you're going to get rid of this animal because it pisses your husband off. It tears something up and your husband's like, what the fuck? Like, let's get rid of this dog because it's destructive and I can't even. And let's just, like, let's put a bullet through its head, or let's run it over with the car or something like that. Like, this person that I'm referring to is like that. He'll throw all kinds of threats out there. And I'm 100% sure that he is more talk than action, because I have never seen him physically hurt an animal. But he'll throw those threats out there like freaking crazy. And it's really annoying. But this person was like, well, it deserves a good home. Like, I understand where this person's coming from, but at the same time, it pisses me off. Like, to me, I feel like they're giving up. Like, to me, I feel like they don't want that responsibility anymore. And to me, a dog or a cat or any kind of animal is just like having a child, like a real human child. It takes responsibility. I mean, if your child pisses you off, if your child breaks something or destroys something, are you going to get rid of it? Are you going to lock it in a crate all day long? I mean, Are you going to give it away to somebody that can actually handle it? No. So why do that to a dog? Like, it just makes me so mad. It really does. Like, I bet you're wondering, like, well, if you feel so strongly about this situation, why don't you take the animal yourself? Well, that defeats the purpose of this video. Like, I'm ranting about the fact that somebody's trying to get rid of their animal, and I don't believe in that. Trying my best to convince this person to keep it because it's a part of their family. And I have my own family to care for. I have a dog and a cat. So, and I would never, ever, ever get rid of my pets. Like, I know some people use the reason, like, if they move out and they're not allowed to take their pet with them, they'll have to get rid of it or something like that. Well, if it was me, I'd be like, catch you later, because I'm living somewhere else. I'm not going to live here, because if my dog's not coming, I'm not coming. I'd rather live on the street than get rid of my dog or my cat. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, when I'm looking for places to live, the first question out of my mouth is, does it allow pets? And if they say no, I say, see ya. I'm not interested, because if my dog can't come, I'm not buying. Just like with this place I'm living at now, my landlord, one of my first questions to him was, do you allow animals? And he's like, what kind? I said, well, I have a cat and a dog. He said, yeah, the cat's fine. The cat's perfect. But the dog, I'm not so sure about. And I just kind of looked at him, and he's like, I'll give you the okay on the dog, but if it scratches up my new floors and yada, 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 you'll have to relocate it. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if I have to relocate my dog, I'll relocate myself. I don't care if I'm under a lease or not. You can keep your money, bud, because my dog's not going anywhere. And anyway, my dog does not destroy anything in this house. The only thing she destroys are her toys. She can't seem to keep her toys together. Like the things she likes to play with, like trash and boxes and, she don't get in the trash. That's not what I was trying to say. Like boxes and plastic bags and, the simple things. Like nothing too big. She has a tendency of destroying them, and then whenever I go to check on her, she's got a confetti of mess all on the floor. I'm like, thanks a lot. So I'm just sweeping it up, and she's just staring at me. She's like, thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. A few hours later, same crap happens again. Sits there and watches me sweep. I swear she's a brat, but I love her to death. But the moral of the story is, if you already have an animal, keep it until it dies. At least, please, because getting rid of an animal because it gets on your nerves or because you have to, like, that's stupid. That's ignorance and that's retarded. Like, I don't believe in that. That's my opinion. I do not believe in that. That is wrong. To me, that's wrong. Because that animal is already used to you. You are its human. Their owner. Their first love, if you get it as a puppy. Whatever. Like, if you was to give away your animal, your dog, to a total stranger, do you have any idea what would go through that poor dog's head? Animals have feelings too, and especially dogs. A dog would become so depressed that their owner didn't want it anymore, because it did something wrong. Like, if I was a dog, I'd be like, what did I do wrong for my last owner to hate me so much? Like, I know it sounds like I'm being over dramatic, but it's the freaking truth. If you do not want to care for your pet, don't get one. If you already have one, keep it. If you don't have one yet and you're iffy about it and you're like, sounds like too much responsibility, don't get one. Do not get one. Leave it to the people who truly love animals and deserve it. Do not get a dog if you're just going to mistreat it and abuse it. Because animal abusers, that's for another story. I'll rant about them later. But just remember, keep your dog. Treat it like it's a child. Like it's your family member. There's nothing wrong with it. Discipline it if you have to. If it's doing wrong, show it that it's doing wrong. Don't abuse it. Don't get rid of it. Don't give up. Treat it like a child because it is your child. It's a part of your family. Love your dog or your cat or your horse or your hamster, whatever you got. I don't know. But be a good pet owner. For real, guys. Because a dog, especially a dog, like, they're the most loyalist, best friends we could ever have. They would never mistreat us. Why would we mistreat them? That's all I gotta say. Like, keep your pets. Don't get rid of them.